From Global's newsroom at midnight, Cabinet Secretary Simon Case, who was appointed to look into alleged Christmas parties at Downing Street, has stepped down. It's after it emerged there was a festive quiz at his own Whitehall department last year when social gatherings were banned. Senior civil servant Sue Gray is now taking over. The Scottish National Party's Westminster leader Ian Blackford said he's still not satisfied though.
It's clear from all of this it was one rule for all of us and another rule for government that were effectively sticking two fingers up at the rest of us. And, you know, when you find that a cabinet secretary who was appointed to do an investigation and he's caught up in it himself, it really does show the arrogance and how out of touch this government, this Prime Minister is. And
senior Conservatives have urged the Prime Minister to make changes following the North Shropshire by-election. The Lib Dems overturned a huge majority to take the seat from the Tories. Sir Roger Gale says he put in a letter of no confidence after the Barnard Castle scandal last year. Chris Curtis is Senior Research Manager at Opinium.
The current numbers for the government aren't particularly good. Their lead in the polls has been dropping since May, and that's particularly sped up since we saw that video of Allegra Stratton released. The Prime Minister's approval ratings are also in the absolute bin. The second thing I think it tells us, which is potentially more important looking forward, is just how volatile everything is. People are taking more of a sort of compare the market attitude.
It's been another record-breaking day for UK COVID cases, with over 93,000 being reported in the last 24 hours. There were 3,201 new cases of Omicron variant, almost double the figure from Thursday. A man's been charged with murder and arson after a fire which left one person dead in Reading. 2 people are still missing since it happened in the early hours of Wednesday morning. 2 men who won £4 million on a scratch card have been jailed for using someone else's debit card details to buy it. 34-year-old John Ross Watson and Mark Goodrum, who's 38, will spend 18 months behind bars for fraud. One of them had the card number and expiry date written on his hand when he keyed them into chip and pin machine in London in 2019. And in sport, there's been a large increase in Rugby Union Premiership players and club staff testing positive for COVID. In the last week, there were 54 confirmed cases from 9 different clubs. LBC weather staying dry but rather dull today. Some bright spells across Scotland and parts of northern England, a high of 9. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Serena Farrow.